Small talk, yeah. Talk about the things people do and say. Whatever gets talked about, it's okay.
She just had a comedy album come out called Brownie Points.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, that she filmed with her boo, Lenny Shelton. So you guys be sure to check that out. It's available on iTunes, Spotify, all streaming platforms, Brownie Points. She's hilarious. She's very smart. I really like this woman a lot. Give it up for Raja Michael!
Yeah!
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm Raja. Does anyone else feel like they have PTSD from like election seasons? Do you have election trauma?
Yes, right.
Right? I have like this horrible election trauma. Like one of the things that trigger my like election PTSD is when white Democrats tell me I have to support Joe Biden. It's terrible. It's terrible. They keep saying, no, he has a shot of winning because he's familiar. You know, he has familiarity. And I was like, you know, they have a point because we all have that one creepy uncle in our family that we think may be a pedophile. Like, yeah, you know, the solution would be not to invite him to Christmas dinner. You know? Let's not make him president. I'm super scared, guys. I'm super scared, like, if Democrats don't get their shit together, that we're going to have a repeat of what happened last election. Is anyone else afraid of this?
Yes.
Yeah, last election was bad, right? Like, of course, obviously, I was very upset because I didn't want a racist white man as my president. I wanted a racist white woman instead. I never did get to have my racist white woman president, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Anyone here ever dated online?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, okay? I'm allergic to cats. I had to settle for having a boyfriend. I had to do it. I come from a culture that where we still practice arranged marriage, and I was like, I'm not having an arranged marriage. That's degrading. I'm gonna date in LA instead. You know, like, it's weird. It's weird. I'm a straight woman who dated men, so I understand like my experience with dating is limited as a straight woman who dated men. But as a straight woman who dated men, I can tell you the worst thing about dating is the men. It's the men, is absolutely you guys. I mean, I see some guys get sensitive when they say that. I'm like, that's okay, because I'm scared of you. So I don't really care about your sensitive feelings right now. It's scary, you know, and that's the thing, right? Like, that's the thing about dating that should be really nice, is that you get to explore, you get to figure out what you want, you get to figure out if you guys have shit in common, you know, and you get to make your own choices. But the thing is, like, with dating, men are still making choices for women. They're still telling us what to do. You know, like, for example, they have all these rules, right? Men have all these rules we have to follow. For example, the 3-date sex rule. Do you guys know what the 3-date sex rule is? Okay, I'll explain it to you, okay? The 3-date sex rule is basically a rule that says that if a man is nice to you 3 whole times, 3 whole times, this poor suffering man. He just brought rights to your vagina. Dating in LA, I learned what the market value was for my vagina. It's a coffee date, a walk in the park, and half off appetizers at Applebees. And it's really weird too, because like, you could be having a horrible time. You could be at Applebee's just having a horrible time, right? Like, even before you're done with appetizers, you stab this guy in the shoulder with your butter knife, right? And he's still like, oh, but I'm gonna come over later, right? I'm gonna come over. I know I'm bleeding, but I can go to urgent care. It'll be real quick. I'm like, no, you can't come over. But I just bought you half of pot stickers. I'm like, take your fucking pot stickers back. Nasty. Go to urgent care and get that. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's weird because that's always the guy, right? That pot sticker 3-date rule guy, who always wants to tell you that the reason why he's single is because women like bad boys and he's a nice guy. It's like, I'm single because like I'm a nice guy. I'm such a nice guy. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna make a rule of what it means to be a nice guy, okay? We're gonna make one rule, just one rule. You have to be nice. You have to be nice to be a nice guy. Guys, listen. Being ugly doesn't make you a nice guy. Being ugly just makes you ugly. Right? Having no hobbies relatable to women doesn't make you a nice guy. Just means you need new hobbies. That's it. That's it. And anyone of any gender, whoever you are, if you date men, I'm gonna give you a word of advice, okay? If a man approaches you and says, "I'm a nice guy," just run. Just run. Because "I'm a nice guy" is just code for saying, I'm gonna treat you just as shitty as the bad boy, but you'll always be bored and never have an orgasm. It's true. It's true. When I say stuff like this, a lot of men confront me after shows. They're like, "You must hate men. You must hate men." I'm like, that's ridiculous that you even feel like you have to ask me a question like that. Of course I do. I'm just kidding. Just most of you guys. Just most of you. So I'm in a relationship. Don't look too surprised. Don't look too surprised. It's weird. It's a great relationship, though. It's a really great relationship, which is different than for me, because historically I've been really bad at relationships. I've been in really bad, and I didn't realize until I went to therapy the reason why. It's because my subconscious, it keeps trying to replay the relationship I had with my parents over and over again, which may explain why I enjoy being spanked. I don't know, but my boyfriend's a great guy. He's super great. He's an actual nice guy. He's really great, but we got into a fight. We got into this really big fight because he told me he doesn't believe in marriage. And I was like, "What do you mean you don't believe in marriage? What, you're never gonna marry me? Like, what do you mean you don't believe in marriage?" And he was like, "Well, Raja, marriage is a patriarchal system created so men can oppress women. Is that what you really want?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not that woke." Give me that patriarchy. I'll take it when it suits me. No, I'm kidding. I don't want that. My thing is, this is my thing, right? Like, I just feel like if I'm gonna spend 10 years of my life with you, okay? I'm gonna get into a relationship, make all the sacrifices, do all the work to make it work. You don't get to wake up 10 years from now and be like, "Oh babe, this is just not working out for me." It's not like, I don't care about like big fancy weddings and like diamond rings and all. I don't care about all that shit. I know it's capitalism. My thing is, if I'm gonna spend 10 years of my life with you and make all the sacrifices and do all the work to make a relationship work, you don't get to wake up 10 years from now and be like, "Oh babe, it's just not working out for me." Okay, if I sacrifice 10 years of my life for you, at least drag my ass to court and divorce me like a gentleman. If I spend 10 years of my life with you, I want to be your baggage. Is that the light?
Yeah.
Okay, and I want that baggage to be legal, guys. I want that baggage to be legal. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. One thing me and my boyfriend do always agreed with, is that neither one of us want to have kids. I just don't feel like it's socially responsible to bring children into this world, you know, like, and when we got together, when we first got serious and we were talking about this, at that time there was the report on the news, and it was saying about how there was this guy in Boston, when the president was visiting Boston, there was this guy who got arrested because he was in like a hotel room with all these arms and stuff, with this whole assassination plot, a whole plot to assassinate the president. He had this whole assassination plot. And the only reason why they stopped him is because somebody tipped off the CIA and they caught him. And I thought, you know what? This is exactly why I won't have kids. Like, how would I bring children into a world where there's people as heinous and as violent as to do something as horrible as stopping a plot to assassinate Trump? Thank you guys, I'm Raja.
Yeah!
Give it up for Raja Michael!
Yeah!
And be sure to check out Brownie Points. I love that name, Brownie Points. It's my favorite.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Small Talk with Lila Hart, aka that's me.